Hey guys, and welcome to our new couples channel. I am Bridges.
And I'm Cakes. And hey guys, listen, we have a fun-filled channel for you guys. We want you to come and enjoy us. We're going to be doing mukbangs. We're going to be doing catch cleaning cooks. We're going to be doing couples hour. We're going to be doing moonlight at midnight. We're going to be doing scalp manipulations, everything for lovers. Come and join us on this beautiful ride.
Yes, y'all heard my man. So if you like and enjoy watching content like this, then don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to our channel. Click on the notification bell so you'll be notified each time we upload new content to this channel. All right, y'all. Good morning, good morning, good morning. We are headed out to the lake early. Cakes is there, carrying all the poles. And we fishing with crickets this morning, y'all. See what we can catch.
Yo, what's up, gang? Listen, we out here early this morning. It's 7:47. We're out here to catch some of these gills, some of these bass, some catfish, whatever's biting today. We going to catch it. Look at this playground God made for us to play in. We about to go get it in.
Let's go, y'all. Let's see what we can do. All right, we out here. Oh, I got you. I'm following right behind you. Leading the way on down here to this lake. Look at this morning. This the playground he was talking about. God always stay providing, don't he? Nice how calm the water is. Oh, it's going to be a beautiful morning, y'all. Alright, we headed down, and it's warm out here. It's what, about 62 degrees.
It feels like it's about 62. It's supposed to get up to like 80.
Oh, shoot, it's gonna be beautiful.
Guys, listen. See this hook? This is what you call a cricket hook. Got the long shank, so when the brim eats it, you got enough shank on it, you can pull it out without bending your hook. Let me show you what we're fishing with today. We got some juicy fat crickets that we fed last night. Fed him some cabbage, y'all, believe that or not, and he got fat overnight. Now I'm gonna show you how I'm gonna hook him. Everybody hooks there differently. I like to hook mine from the front to the back. There he is. Now I'm gonna throw baby girl pole out for her since she's on the camera.
Yeah, I'm on the ones.
And I'm gonna let her catch the first deal.
All right, let's see if they biting. We'll let you know in 2 seconds.
I'm using the bait. This is a worm. This is a Bill Dance Red Wiggler. These are the ones I like to fish with. I want them to hang. So anything that's swimming around to get it. Now I'm fishing either for bass, brim, catfish, whatever's gonna bite this, that's what I want. So I'm getting ready to cast it out.
All right, let's see what we can do.
See if we can get inside. Get out there. That's where I want him at, right there. Ooh, look, a bass is right there. The bass might be around the bank.
I think so. You might have to cast in a little closer. There you go. You missed him.
I might have to throw this one right over there where he bounced.
Oh, look at this water, y'all. This water is so calm and peaceful. Tell them what it is, babe. What you got?
This right here is a channel cat.
Ooh, look at his juicy self.
That's a channel cat.
Oh, wait, let me get a close up on this
Now
thing.
I know they got channel cats in here. I'm about to fish on the bottom.
So what makes him, with the antennas makes him a channel cat?
No, a channel cat, let me show you.
What's a channel cat for all the people that don't know, such as myself?
First of all, most channel cats, well, blue cats also, but most channel cats, let me see if I can grab him first so he won't stick me.
Yeah, you don't want, ooh, watch, he fighting.
He's a little feisty.
Be careful, y'all. Them fins are like razors. They will cut you.
They are. Okay, so.
Okay, there we go.
So, a channel cat, a lot of them, you see these juveniles, they have spots, they have freckles like I got.
Okay, yeah.
And they have a forked tail.
Oh, the forked tail.
And they have this one dorsal, now, right here.
Okay.
But that's usually the difference between a channel and most.
All right, he caught the first one.
Oh my goodness.
Channel
cats in here, I'm finna get on it. All right, as y'all can see, Britches got a fish on. You can see her reeling it in right now. Let me back up so you can see her pretty face as she bring the fish in. Oh, nice bluegill.
That's how you do it, y'all.
That's how you do it.
We out here catching these Bream.
That's a nice brim. As you can see, we're going to probably have another fish fry. We'll be back at you in a minute. Look at that fish.
Bigger than palm size.
All right, y'all.
And look, right after me. Baby just cakes. Look, I always call him baby. Cakes and reeled his stuff in. He done caught one, y'all. It's gonna be a good morning.
See if I can hold it. These are some nice size brim.
Yes, he is.
Hand size.
Oh yeah, definitely. Here we go. This is what we caught so far. Got that one cat and about 6 gills.
Yes, and we're gonna continue to do it.
Let's go.
Until they stop biting. I'm glad you can see your cork now, by the way.
I am too. Look at this water. Again, very calm. It's a beautiful morning out here. Look at this. Can't give y'all our location, but just know we come out here to this water. All right. Ooh, look at this belly on that thing. Look at that belly on that thing, someone. Baby done caught his second catfish. Since the first one, we've been catching Bream, but this is the second catfish he caught. Right now, how can you tell? Oh. Let me see. Let me get around that thing. Ooh, babies. Catfish caviar.
Tastes just like hush pupper.
Yeah. I'll pass, y'all. I don't want no catfish.
All right, y'all. Sugar Britches just caught her another one. Let's see how big this one is right here. Oh, that's a nice one. That is a keeper.
That's how y'all do it. Ain't come out here to play no games, y'all.
Yeah.
I hooked him good too, right through the lip. He wasn't getting off this hook, not this time.
Yeah, that's a nice one right there. You're gonna go ahead and drop him in the basket.
Definitely not this time. Try not to get stabbed. Yeah, he putting up a fight. He's a little slippery. Hold on. All right. I get him.
There he is, y'all. Sugar Britches. Once again.
Got him one. Just caught it. Bringing them brims in. See, he catching channel cat and brim. I ain't caught no channel cat yet. Hopefully that's coming for me. But I've been snagging them brim, y'all. I'm gonna show y'all the basket too. Let y'all see how many we caught so far. Take him on down. Get them cakes. How many we caught so far? Oh yeah, we've been out here slaying. We got some dinner. Groceries, that's a baby called.
I caught a crappie.
Ooh, he pretty.
On a cricket.
Crappie on a cricket.
Pretty nice.
First crappie of the day too. He nice size.
Yes, he is.
Ooh, Lord.
To the house.
So we get cat, crappie, and gillies. That makes for a beautiful day.
Yeah, you can't hold no crappie. He'll come off the hook on you.
Okay, got it. What she with it? Oh, it's a gilly. He got a gilly, y'all. We got plenty of gillies.
That is a nice one.
Oh, yeah, she's a beauty. Look at her. Somebody come look at this. Cake's out here slaying. Let's see, you know. Trying to record. Oh, yeah, there you go.
Nice.
Beautiful. Baskety go. Back to the lake.
All right, ladies and gentlemen. Sugar Britches just caught her first crappie. He getting kind of dizzy. You see her spinning him around in circles. She just caught her first crappie.
If I can catch his mouth.
And now she's trying to lip. There she goes. Nice crappie, babe. Nice crappie.
Texting did it again, y'all. Where he at? Right there. He bringing one over. Ooh, he big. That's a bluegill.
That's a bluegill.
That thing is bigger than, I think he the biggest bluegill we got.
Probably so.
Oh, wow. He is nice. He is very nice. Let me see where he is, baby. Ooh, he a nice fat sucker. You could fillet him. Yeah. What in there?
Look at those little teeth.
Oh, yeah, look at them. I see him. Uh-huh.
Nice little.
Nice.
Nice little.
In the basket he go.
Back.
You already know.
Getting ready to put these fish on ice for a couple of minutes because I'm getting ready to do something else before I clean, and I don't want them to go bad. And plus, the ice will help to firm up the meat and keep it fresh until I'm done. It's kind of hot today, so I want to make sure that I keep them nice and cool until I'm finished. Then I'll show you the cleaning process on these babies. Still facing there. Make sure they're covered all the way up. There you go.
All right, we'll be back in a minute.
One of the things that I like to do when I fillet my fish, I like to get me a little salt water. Put a little salt in the water, not a whole lot. You don't want to over salt it because it'll make your fish salty. What you're trying to do is, even though I put them on ice, what the ice does is it gets the meat firm, stops the blood flow. Once you do that, the meat comes out solid white, even with the catfish. So I've salted my water right here. What that salt is going to do, especially with the catfish, if there's any blood in the meat, it's going to draw the blood out of the meat. You don't want blood in your meat, especially catfish, because it'll taste muddy. You gotta know how to treat your fish. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to show you how to fillet these fish 3 different ways. And once I get started, I'll come back and I'll let you see the process. 3 different ways. Check this out. All right, guys, just in case you were wondering, I'm on the video by myself because Beautiful Britches is behind the camera today. You see her finger. She's going to be recording me doing it. Now, a couple of things you're going to need when you're filleting fish and skinning fish. You're going to need your cutting board. Now, what I like to do, I like to put a napkin under my cutting board because it's going to get kind of wet. And you can change those out every now and then because the water's going to drip everywhere. So instead of me cleaning them outside, I'm cleaning them inside. I'm going to show you how to scale these brim inside without getting scales everywhere. I'm going to show you how to fillet them. I'm going to show you how to fillet the crappie. I'm going to show you how to skin catfish. And I'm also going to show you how to fillet a catfish. So we got the Holy Trinity: catfish, brim, and crappie. Stay tuned. I'm about to show you something.
Warning, the following content may be graphic. Viewers' discretion is advised.
Okay, so what I have here is a crappie. The way you want to fillet the crappie is you want to come in behind this fin here. You want to come up at an angle and you want to cut down here to the belly, just like such. Then what you want to do, you want to get your blade and you want to go against the backbone and you want to fillet him. Going through those fin bones, you want to fillet him off to the tail. Now the reason you're going to leave that tail right there is because that's going to be the way you're going to hold on to the fish. You want to take your blade, you want to cut down, keep it flat. That way your fillet comes right off of the skin. That leaves you fillet bone in. I'm going to do the other side. Okay, so now I'm going to do the other side. I'm going to come here at an angle. I'm going to cut here. I'm going to cut down to the belly. This time I'm going to do it differently. I'm going to take it down his backbone like this. And I'm going to come out right here and I'm going to cut that off. Then I'm going to lift this up. Staying on that backbone, you want to come across his rib cage like that. Not to get the bones in it. Come across the rib cage. You want to cut right there. and your fillet comes off like that. This you discard. Everything else you keep. So I got two different fillets here. You see, one has the bone in. One doesn't have any bones in it at all. Be back to show you the rest in a second. Okay, so you see I got two different ways, bone in, bone out. You want to come here at an angle. You want to take your knife, keeping it flat. You want to fillet that off of the skin. You got a beautiful fillet right there. Off the skin, discard your skin. On this particular one, what you want to do, you see the rib bones. You want to come down, cut here, cut there, turn it, come down like in a C, cut it out, and that is your fillet. Two ways. They still look the same. One is a little bigger. That's how you want them. See how white the meat is? That's because I iced them. Some people say you gotta bleed them out in the field where you're fishing at. You don't have to do that. You gotta ice them while they're alive. If you notice, they were alive when we got here. You can't let them die. Put ice on them. It makes the meat look white, just like that. Just beautiful, beautiful fillets. Okay, guys, I'm gonna show you how to scale fish in your home without getting scales in the way. You want it everywhere. You want to keep him under the water. You want to scale him with a fork or whatever you use, spoon. You notice the scales are not going anywhere. They're staying in the water. And I don't know about y'all, but britches don't like scales all over the kitchen.
I do not.
So I had to come up with a way to do it because I don't like cleaning my fish outside during the summertime. A lot of bugs, and if you ever clean your fish, you know yellow jackets love to show up while you're trying to clean them. So you want to make sure he's cleaned well, top to bottom, get all the scales off, and there you have it. No scales all over the place. They stay in the water. And then you can take the fish out and scale him, and your wife or significant other won't be mad because you got scales all over the plates, all over
you, baby.
Everything in the kitchen. And when we come back, I'll show you something else. Okay, so I got this Bream scaled. I'm going to show you what I'm going to do next. I'm going to do the same technique. I'm going to come up here. It's a lot of head meat up here. You want to get up high. You want to get up here, around the head. I'm going to come down to his belly once again, around this way, and I'm going to take my knife and I'm going to cut through this bone. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to pull, and most of his insides will come out. Now, some of you that don't want to see this, you might want to turn from that part. And all I got to do is stick my finger in here and pull the rest out. Again, if you're squeamish and you don't want to see this part, then skip this part and we'll go to the next one. But you got to make sure you get all of that out. See that? You got to get it out. You can't leave any in, any little bones hanging off. You want to get rid of that. But this right here is going to be the way that Britches likes hers. And I'm about to show you in a few seconds. Okay, like I said, Britches likes hers butterflied. So what I do, I take my knife this way. I come down. Now sometimes these bones are hard to cut through. You come down to the tail. You want to come inside here. You want to cut through this rib cage. You want to cut through it like that, and then you want to lay it open just like that. Don't cut all the way through the skin, because once you cook it, it'll break apart on you. You want to just butterfly them open like that. You know, that's how she likes hers, just like this, butterflied.
I can't wait to eat.
Yeah, I'm gonna fry these up. You see, sometimes you'll have a few scales left. Just pull them off with your fingers, and everything will be fine. When I come back, I'm gonna show you another way to clean these bluegills in a second. All right, so I've already shown you two ways to fillet a fish. You scale him, butterfly him, and fillet. This one right here, the scales are still on. I'm gonna show you how to get 90% of your meat off of this bluegill. Now these are some nice size bluegill. Look at my hand, nice size bluegill. You're gonna do the same technique. You're gonna come up here. You want this head meat. It's a lot of meat up here. You want to come down to the belly on this side, like that, right? You want to get your blade and you want to come down his spine on this side. You want to go all the way down to the tail. You got to make sure you go all the way down to the tail. You don't have to go all the way through. You just want to make sure that you go all the way down to the tail. and you're gonna do the same process on the other side. And I'll show you exactly how to do that. Give me a couple of seconds. Let me flip him over. Okay, so you see how I went down one side. I'm gonna come to this side, do the same thing. I wanna go down to the belly, angle my knife. I wanna come this way, and I wanna get this head meat. What I'm gonna do, I'm gonna get him, and I'm gonna go again down his backbone. But when I get to the tail part, I wanna meet that other cut. I wanna come down here, and I wanna meet that cut right there. What that's going to do, that's going to allow me to come in and pull this whole backbone out. Just like that. See how that's coming out? The whole backbone. No bones in there at all. And that's, I'm not finished, but I'm going to show you how I process this fish. I'm going to skin him like a catfish. And you can leave the scales on. You don't have to scale him or anything. But it's a technique that saves you 90% of your brim meat. I'm going to show you that in a sec. So now that I made my cuts, I'm going to, again, come here, and I want to make sure that I cut the head off. And I don't want to cut all the way through the head. I want to break it off so it pulls some of his insides out. Pull that out.
Oh, wait a minute.
Okay, so I've taken the head off, which is taking most of his insides out, as you can see. But you still want to stick your finger in there and try to get as much of that out as you can. What you want to do then is take your blade, and you just want to fillet a little bit of that skin right there. You're going to get your pliers, and what you want to do, you want to grab that skin with your pliers, and you want to pull. You want to be consistent. You don't want to pull the meat off. You just want to pull the skin off, like this. You're not too much worried about the ribs, none of that stuff. You just want to get all that skin off without tearing the meat. Just like that. Just like that. And that's how you do it. Okay, so you saw that side. Now, some people take the tail off and everything, but since Britches loves to crunch on the tail,
Yes, I do.
I would not be taking that off. Again, you just want a little piece of that skin that you can grab. And you want to stay consistent so you don't tear your meat. You just want to pull it like that. Just like skinning the catfish. You want to pull the skin off like this. As you can see, it's coming right off. It's not going to have any scales in it. And since I got catfish pullers, I can just pull. And there you have it. You have your brim. You have 90% of your meat. You didn't waste anything. You got your little crunchy fins, if that's what you like to crunch on, like britches.
Yes, sir.
And there you have it. That's brim or filleted 3 ways. Okay, so now we have the channel cat. Now, juvenile channel cats and some adults, they have these little freckles that distinguishes them from other catfish. Also, they say the forked tail, but if you've ever caught blue catfish, they have a forked tail too. Blue catfish are more silver though. You see how this fish is a more golden color with the freckles on him, or the spots, whatever you want to call them. That's how you can tell the difference. Also, these things right here will destroy your day. These little spiny little sticky joints right here, these little fins, they will make you go to the hospital. So when you handle a catfish, you got to know how to handle them. You do not want to deal with these. Now, most of the time, I will break these off, but for video purposes, I'm going to leave them on so I can show you how to safely clean this catfish without injuring yourself and having yourself to go to the hospital. And I'm going to show you how to do that in a few seconds.
Warning, the following content may be graphic. Viewers' discretion is advised.
Okay, so I'm going to show you how to handle this catfish without getting spine. First, I want to take control of his head. I have the spines here and here. That way they're out of my way. What I want to do, I want to get my knife. If you listen to this is hard. You're not cutting through that. What you want to do, you want to get your knife and you want to make like a C cut. You want to cut from here and come across the top, come across this side right here, and then come down this side right here. Now this is how I skin my catfish. Most people, they do it, they got different ways, but this is how I skin my catfish. Then what I want to do is I want to get my knife and come under his skin. Now the skin gonna be kind of tough, but once I get it going, I'll be able to pull the skin off. And you're gonna do the same process on this side over here. You're gonna have to get under here, and you're gonna have to get your purchase with that skin. Okay, so I've made my cut on this side. That's where the catfish skinners come in. You get your skinners, and you can pull the skin. You can pull the skin off, and sometimes it's a little harder than it might seem, but if you can pull the skin right off this catfish like this, you just keep pulling until, and by your hands being here, you have a firm grip. You can pull that skin off that catfish like this. You need to get yourself of these catfish skinners. They work better than pliers. You can get them at Walmart. You can get them at any local store that sells bait and tackle. But as you can see, I pretty much pulled this skin off of this fish with hardly any effort. The belly meat and everything is right here for you to be able to. Now you notice that I have all the skin off the catfish, everything. Now this stuff here, this little yellow skin, this little white skin, it can be kind of greasy. So when you're cooking the catfish, you got to cook him well, or it'll be slimy. This catfish had a big belly. We thought it might have eggs in it, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to cut the head off. And sometimes this process here can be kind of tedious. Again, if you don't like this kind of stuff and you're squeamish, make sure you don't watch this part. But I'm going to take his head off and expose what's inside of his belly. Now, as you can see, he has no eggs. He just got a belly full of food. That's it. No eggs in him at all. So his head will be discarded along with his insides. And he's okay, so as you can see, this is the belly meat. This is the part that hangs up under the catfish. A lot of people say, well, what are the nuggets? These are the nuggets. Now, me personally, I don't like the nuggets. They're real greasy. You can take your catfish pliers and you can pull this off and it makes them better, but I don't really care for them. Now, what I have is a whole catfish here. What I like to do with my catfish is get my skin and pliers and pull this out. Get all those little bones out of there, like that. Takes all those little bones out, which is pretty much most of the bones in a catfish are from the back and this, that are bones, and you don't have to worry about that. Now I can leave this whole, or I can fillet it out and leave one half on the bone and one half off the bone, which is what I'm going to show you next. Stay tuned for that. Okay, so what I'm going to do with this catfish is I'm going to leave one part on the bone and take one part off. The only thing you have to do is come down here, down his backbone, like this, with your blade, to the tail. Since he's already skinned, we don't have to worry about that. That skin, you want to come here, staying against the backbone, as you can see, the backbone, and you want to come here and cut the fillet off. Now when you get up to the top part, it's a totally different situation because you have a bone up here, right here, that's going to prevent you from cutting it. But what I like to do, I like to just slice through it. There you have a white catfish fillet, and it's white because I froze him on ice while he was alive. No bloodline, period. Okay, so I've shown you how I like my catfish. Now, this is the fillet. This is the part up by the head. Now, a lot of people throw this away, but this is a lot of meat here. You don't want to throw that away. These are the nuggets. Again, I don't too much care for them, but some people do. This is the bone inside. I'm going to leave it just like this. So out of this whole catfish, I got nuggets, I got a beautiful white fillet, and I got a bone inside. As you can see, catfish have plenty of meat. It's very good. I have a few more fish to clean, but I'm going to show you all the fish side by side so you can see what they look like. All of them are different, but they're all tasty. And then when I get ready to cook them, I'm going to come back. I got to clean some real quick. Okay, so for time purpose, I've already scaled this brim. This will be the last way I show you that I like my brim. Again, first you got to come up here to this head meat. You want to get that. You want to come around here to the belly. You want to do the same thing on the other side. You want to get this head meat here. I'm sorry, turn it that way. Get the head meat here, come down again to the belly. Then you want to take your knife, angle it down here, cut through that bone, but don't cut all the way through. Pull, and you'll see that most of his insides come out. So now I have a brim that is basically clean. I'm going to rinse him off a little bit, and you have a whole brim. Again, as you see, the brim is clean. You want to make sure you get all of that out, but he's still whole. I'm not going to change anything about this brim. I'm going to leave him whole. But what I'm going to do, I'm going to get my knife and I'm going to cut little slits in him like that. I'm going to do the same thing on the other side, just like this. And when you cut him like this, you want to make sure you get all the salt and all the seasonings down in these crevices. You also, when you're breading him, whether it's with meal, flour, however you like your fish fried, you want to make sure it gets down inside so everything is crispy. And once it gets done, you can just pull pieces off out of each section and eat it that way. Take the backbone and pull it out and bite it like a sandwich. This is going to be delicious. Okay, again, to recap, I have a whole brim, slits in him. He's going to fry up nicely. I have crappie fillets. Oh, they are so beautiful and white. I have a whole skinned brim, no skin on them, skinless. If you never had skinless brim, you got to try that. I also have, again, which is Britch's favorite way to eat her brim. Again, her favorite way.
Yes, it is.
Is to butterfly. See how he's open, so when you lay him in the grease, he's going to fry evenly. He's going to be crispy. Then I have the catfish. I got the catfish head meat. I have the nuggets that Britches loves. I have catfish with the bone in, and I also have catfish fillet. Beautiful. Got to cook them. Okay, so now all the fish is cleaned, and what I have here is what I'm going to fry it in. I have some all-purpose flour, some white cornmeal, and I'm going to add in some of this Louisiana fish fry, which is going to make it extra crispy. So I'm going to go ahead and add this right now. You don't have to have the whole bag in there, just just enough to mix in. And then I'll add a little salt. Not much. A little bit of garlic salt, not much. You don't want that much. And some lemon pepper. We're gonna mix all that up together. And this is what we're gonna fry the fish in. You gotta make sure it's mixed well. You don't want it to lump up on you. You can mix it any way you want. But this is how I like mine a lot of times. And I'll show you what it looks like once we get done. Okay, so now this is the finished product right here. You want to separate them because they're going to cook at different temperatures. Now, the whole brim are going to cook a whole lot differently than the butterfly. And the catfish is definitely going to have to cook longer than anything else. We also have the skinless brim that's going to have to cook less time than the skin on. And we also have our fillets that have to cook with less cook time. So you want to make sure you don't put your fillets in with your whole fish because they're going to burn or they're going to get cooked prior to this getting cooked, and it's going to be cold. Fish is best when it's eaten hot out the grease. Put a little sprinkle of salt on top of it. Eat, enjoy the meal. Crunchy fish. is what I'm about to make for you guys. I hope you enjoy this video. Okay, before I get started, I want to give a shout out to Oster. Now, I don't usually give shout outs to companies, but this is a multi-purpose pan you have here. You can broil in it, you can cook in it, you can fry in it, a whole bunch of different things you can do with this particular frying pan. But I got it at Target for like $35, and it has saved a lot. It's electric. Some people don't like to cook with electric, but it will save you a whole lot of headache, less cleanup. It's non-stick, but I use it strictly for frying my fish. That's it. You can fry French fries, whatever you want to fry in it, but I use it strictly for frying fish. But this is definitely a must-have if you plan on doing any kind of cooking. You got to go get one. Go to Target, $35. Tell them you want the Oster fryer, and you'll have yourself a gem. Okay, so now I got my grease getting hot. I got to show you a very important step. What you want to do before you start cooking your fish, you want to make sure you pat it dry, because the moisture will make your batter clump up. So you want to make sure you dry it. You put a few pieces on here so that you can see what I'm talking about. Here you go. What you want to do, you want to pat it dry, just like that. You want to try to get as much moisture out. You don't want it don't have to be completely void of moisture, but you want to try to get as much out as possible so your batter will stick to it. No egg, none of that stuff. You don't need any of that. Now this is going to be mustard rub though. I got to show you in a few minutes. Okay, so like I said, it's going to be mustard rub fish. You don't need that much. You're not going to be able to taste the mustard. Too much mustard would make your batter still stick. You just want just a little bit on there. You want to be careful. This stuff still has bones in it, so you don't want to. The Catfish doesn't, but the Bream does. So you want to make sure that while you're rubbing it, you don't stick yourself with the bones. Rub it a little bit. Like that. This is going to help your seasoning stick. No eggs needed. Put a little more on the back. Like that. Just a little bit. And there you have it. That's all you need. Just a little bit. Okay, so now that I've got everything prepared, the way I check my oil is I drop a little bit in. That means it's ready. You got to make sure your oil is hot. What I'm using is just a regular Tupperware bowl. Dollar General. $1. I'm going to shake my fish up in here. You can use whatever you want. You can use a plastic bag. Whatever it is you like to use. But you want to make sure that it's coated perfectly. Now I'm going to take that off, set that aside. You want to knock some off. You don't want to put it all in there. This one is the butterfly one. I'm going to start with the skin side down. Drop another one. This one is skin off. This one is whole. Okay, as you can see, I got my fish frying. This right here is the catfish on the bone. And then I'm going to put another skinless one in. You don't want to crowd the pan. You want it to be, enough room to where you have room to flip your fish. You don't want to mess with it too much. You want to let it fry. If you start messing with it too early, all the batter and everything will come off. So while that's cooking, I'm going to get some more. This right here, I'm not going to put anything on. I'm just going to drop it in here. And I'm doing the butterfly because that's what fish is like.
That's how they do.
And I'll do a couple of the fillets a little later. I'm going to do another whole one. And then I'm going to do another one like that. We're gonna fry them up. Okay, so now my fish has been cooking on one side for about 3 minutes. Now, depending on how crispy you want it, you can let it go for maybe 4 minutes, but I don't want it to burn. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to start to check it to make sure it's what I want. And as you can see, it's golden brown. That's the way I like it. That's the way Sugar Britches like it. This is the butterfly one.
My favorite.
Still has crust on it. This one is the skinless brand. Again, I got a butterfly one right here. And I have the whole one right here. Okay, so as you can see, I've already flipped the fish. The catfish is not quite ready to flip, but I'm going to show you how brown and golden that is. Look how crispy that is. I'm gonna let that cook for a little longer. Again, on the catfish, if you don't cook it long enough, close to the bone will be kind of slimy. You don't want that. It's all about how you treat your fish. You gotta know how to catch it, clean it, cook it, and after you cook it, you gotta love eating it. Just like Britches.
Yes, I do.
She's gonna enjoy this meal. I'm gonna cook up another batch, and then once I'm done, I'll come back and plate some up so you can see the fingers of Britches chowing down on this fish. You might see a whole bunch of, as she calls it, carcass.
Carcass.
Because there's nothing gonna be left but bones.
That's it.
Stay tuned for that. You're gonna enjoy. Okay, as you can see, the fish is crispy, golden brown. I gotta let it drain a little bit. Now, what you're gonna do is, you wanna put it on a paper towel. You don't wanna stack it on top of each other because it will get soggy. You want to stay crispy. Again, let it drain a little bit. Put it down.
Get them closer, baby.
Look how crispy
Get them closer.
that is. That's crispy. Drop him down. This is the whole one. As you can see, the cuts, how the flavor just goes into the meat. Here's another of Britches' favorite ones.
And this Lord, can't wait to
And the
eat.
catfish I'm gonna let sit for a couple more minutes until I get ready to put the other batch in. I'll be back to show you how it's all done. Okay, now I'm going in with my second batch. On your second batch, you want to kind of turn the grease down a little bit because if it's overly hot, it's gonna burn your fish. You don't want your fish burned. And as you can see, I'm laying it. Now this right here is a special treat. This is the bones left over from when I filleted out. We're gonna try this for the first time to see how crispy we can get that. Maybe Britches can crunch the bones. Again, her favorite is the butterfly.
Yes, Lord.
Skin down first. Another butterfly. And you notice when I lay it in the pan, I lay it away from myself. Let me get that out of the way. Gotta lay it away from yourself so you don't get splashed. And here's another skin. Once I cook this, I'll show you the process to do the filleted ones. That'll be next. Okay, so I took my catfish out. It's done. What you want to do while it's still hot, just a little sprinkle of salt. That's all. Not a whole lot. You just want to sprinkle a little bit across the top. That's all you need right there. Just a little bit. Don't oversoft it.
Make sure you.
That's it. Now this batch right here is cooking up. Once I finish cooking this batch, I got one more batch to cook. That's going to be some of the fillets. They're not going to take nearly as long to cook. And then we're going to sit down and we're going to let Sugar Britches sample everything we caught yesterday. And she can tell you how it tastes. And we will show you that in a few minutes. Okay, this is the finished product as far as the whole fish is concerned. And what I want to do is introduce something new. And right here, I'm about to show you. Now, a lot of people throw this away, but we don't throw anything away. We repurpose everything. This is the carcass left from one of the Bream that I filleted. Now, this right here, believe me when I tell you, this, I wish you could smell that. I really do. Probably would be one of the best pieces because the bones are going to be crunchy, the tail's going to be crunchy, and you can just eat it. This is going to be epic. Now, I'm getting ready to do the fillets right now. And once I put those in and finish that batch, we'll come back and let Britches sample. Okay, so the first batch of fish is done. Now I'm going to cook the fillets. I have Bream fillet. This is a catfish fillet. This is also a Bream fillet. Bream. I'm trying to find the other Bream. Get that out of the way. Like that. And I'm also going to do some catfish nuggets, which I can't seem to find right now, but they will be. Okay, so I already got the fish fried up. Now, here comes the fillets. As you can see, they're not very big. That's why I call these nuggets. See that? That's a nugget. I'm going to drop them right here on the top. Shake them off a little bit. Now these right here came out so good that it doesn't matter if I stack them on top or not because they're all crispy and they're going to stay crunchy until it's time to eat them. Matter of fact, these right here you can put in the refrigerator overnight and take them out and eat them in the morning. But here are the nuggets, which I don't too much care for, but Britches like the nuggets. You can tell because they rolled up like a cracker. See it? Nice and crispy. And this is the last piece before the taste test. A nice piece. Okay guys, so if you like fried fish, this is fresh. This is not store-bought. This is what we went and caught ourselves. If you like fried fish, I suggest that you go out and at least try fishing one time. You might not like it, but I guarantee you there's nothing better than fish that you caught the day before, came home, cleaned it, fried it up for your family. Look how golden brown that is. Now these are the nuggets. These are the ones that came from the Bream, and I call them nuggets because they're kind of small, but they are boneless. You got the catfish over here. You got the skinless Bream here. You got the butterfly here. You also have catfish nuggets. You also have what Sugar Britches likes. What is it called? Do you know? We're going to find out.
All right, y'all. So we caught, we cleaned, we cooked. I did the taste test for y'all. Y'all done seen everything happen live for you. If you like this content, y'all want to try stuff like this, you like seeing and enjoying and viewing content as such, go ahead and hit the like button, comment, drop a comment down in the comment section below. Hit that notification bell, please, so you can always be updated, notified every time we upload new content to this channel. I am Britches.
I am Cakes, and we will be doing some giveaways soon. We'll let you know what it's going to be. We'll let you know how to get in on it. But you got to like, subscribe, and comment. If you comment, then we're going to hook you up with some fishing gear. So you can go enjoy you and your family out there in the wild outdoors like we do.
Yes.
Until next time.
We'll check y'all out later. See y'all in the next tutorial, y'all.